Welcome and thanks for watching. I'm up here at Cave Run Lake today here in Kentucky. We're going to do a little bit of crappie fishing. We just put in, and we're going to get up out of this no wake zone here and get up to our spot and see if we can catch any crappies if we're biting today. We've got several spots we're going to give a try, so we thought we'd get some of this on film. So we'll see you in a minute up the fishing hole and see what happens. Catch you in a minute. Okay, we've arrived at our first spot of the day, and we're gonna drop down with a little white jig. Let me tell you what we're fishing with here. Basically, a little weighted jig head. And I've got these out of the pack. I don't know for sure what size that hook is, but that's what it looks like right there. And we're using a little yellow jig. Now, these are about the cheapest things you can buy, but I found out it's been working pretty good for us. So, we're gonna drop down and get down on the bottom. That seems to be where they're at, where the temperature is kind of warmed up. It's about 78 degrees right now. And then what I do, I just start rolling up lightly. Slow. And just got here, so kind of disturbed everything. Kind of waiting for it to get back to normal here. And you never know. These crappie move around a lot. But my fish finder's showing that there's some crappie here. So they're all screwed up in one place. So I might have to change jigs from one day to the next. You never know what they're biting. Sometimes they like live minnows, and but I like catching them with those jigs. That's pretty neat. And I hope you can hear me. This wind is picking up just a little bit. Not too bad. It feels good, actually. We are on the bottom there. Might have to do a little change of jigs. Now I've got a few live minnows, and we'll try them. You can probably hear that aerator. I moved over just a little bit to the left of where I was fishing at. Sometimes those crappie, if they're schooled up, there's musky in here, and they just won't come out of that little huddle because those musky will put a hurt on them. Now, I keep changing out, but let me tell you, if they're biting here, it seems like you'll start catching them on the first cast. So we went to a live minnow, crappie minnow, and let's see what happens there. Oh, I got a hit, a pretty good hit. I just missed it though, that was me. Oh, we got him. I got him. Well, guys, you won't believe this, that bluegill hit that minnow. That is something else. We're going to turn this little fella back in. But that's pretty nice. We'll let him go. Let's get us out another one and see what's happening here. That bad sign there could be that bluegill I'm seeing on my fish finder, and nope, that could be it. Now I'll just leave this jig right on there, and I put those minnows on there and hook them, and then just drop them straight back down. And that's the first one I've ever caught here, bluegill, because usually it produces a lot of crappie here. we're gonna drop this right straight down to the bottom. Uh-oh, I got another hit. Oh, we missed it. So, I missed that one. I was letting that drop down. I was trying to get a kink out. Now, let me tell you, they took that whole minnow. So, let's try that again. That was a good hit. I don't know if that was a crappie. Could have been a bass. That might be why the crappie here could even have been a muskie. I mean, it bit that minnows and only left its head on there. So, but now we're going to draw it back down. That's at least that's we're getting some hits on those pretty quick. So that might be what we have to stay with today. Is those minnows. It's still showing we're in fish. I just checked there, and but I'm not for sure if that's crappie or not. We got something. Let's see. Yeah, we got a crappie. Pretty nice little crappie, but we're gonna throw that back. Whoa. He's about to get away from me there. That's a little small. I'd like to have a few to take home. I'm gonna fix a big pot of coffee here in a minute and take a little break. And I'm gonna go out a couple more times here. Then we're gonna move to a different spot. And because they're just not hitting very good. I'm gonna try a little trick here in a minute. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start the motor up. Sometimes you can do that and just let it idle, low idle, and it pulls the fish in. Let's give it a try. Okay, we got her on slow idle, and a lot of times I don't know this works. We've had pretty good success, especially at night. We're just sitting there not getting any bites, and nothing's hitting, and then start that engine up, and it stirs them up, and they'll start hitting. We was getting ready to leave one night, but we just wasn't doing any good. And we noticed, we started up the engine, and one of my buddies was still jigging there, and he said, "Oh, I got one." And so we shut the engine off, and I said, "Well, that must have just been a straggler come through. We're not getting any more bites." So I thought, well, let's start that motor back up and see if there's anything to do with it. And sure enough, started that motor back up, they started hitting again. And I don't know if that's what happened here, but we're gonna see. We'll drop back down. Had a pretty good hit there, just couldn't hook it. I got one. Guys, it's working. That's a pretty nice. So starting the motor up, letting it idle, it is a work. You really wouldn't think that would work, but it's worked for me more times. So we'll see what happens here. It just like it starts to moving, I guess. But we didn't get any hits, and so there was 2 drops and 2 hits. We caught one, so Now I'm using an old, that minnow, it done it in. That crappie poured up. We're gonna try it though. Then we might put on a fresh one. Okay, I think we got another one here. Yeah. And, you know, we got some old line out there, sinker, some jigs. This is something else. Actually, one of my old jigs. Several right here. We're gonna let that one back. Well, we got another one. This one's a little bit bigger. They're starting to hit a little bit bigger. Well, starting up that motor, they started biting a little bit. That works just about every time, even in the day. We caught 3 or 4. They're starting to hit a little bit better. I just missed one. They're biting so light. They're just barely tapping that, and I'm telling you, and that time I actually wasn't expecting it because it bit up there about probably about 3 or 4 foot down, and that one just made it to the bottom, and we got it. Oh, that's pretty nice. So when we're cranking that motor up, it's definitely helping. That's a pretty good sized crappie. That one hit before I actually felt it tapping it. But they've been doing that on the way down, but they're not been taking it. But that one was actually probably about 8-9 feet down. And it hit before it reached the bottom. Took it right off, and I mean, actually, you could feel it and feel the pressure of the fish. I mean, it grabbed right onto it. Just got another little bite there. Oh, got him. Just don't seem to be it. No, just a little one. Just a little one. But it is a fish, and a lot of fun to catch. We'll let that one go. Go after a little bit bigger one. Got him. Now this one seems to be a little bit bigger crappie. A little bit. This is not too bad. I think that's probably a little bit bigger. Let me tell you, you can try too hard sometimes. If you'll just sit back and relax, and kind of enjoy the trip. We got another bite. There we go. Don't seem to be too big. Yeah, this is a small one. We'll turn that one back. We're gonna drop back down and see if we can't get one more here. They're biting, but that little tapping, that's probably because we're catching a lot of small ones. Now, there's some good ones in here. I mean, some nice crappie in here, and a lot of crappie. It's just a good lake to catch crappie. Well, guys, we made it back. The boat's on the trailer. We're getting ready to head home. We had a great day. It's a beautiful day. It was a little bit of overcast, but now it's kind of cleared up this afternoon, and this is about 4 o'clock, and it's getting kind of warm. So, but all in all, it was a great day, and I hope you enjoyed it. The video, catching a little bit of fish. I wish we'd have caught some bigger ones and some more, but all in all, good day. All in all, good day. So guys and girls, we appreciate you watching. We thank you for all those views and comments. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And give us a big thumbs up. It does help. And we'll see you the next time on The Walk with Al.